And yeah, we'll do, okay, well, there's your 2 cards right there. All right, Taurus, let's see. Oh, you got good energies. Oh, and look at that. And I kind of think of the high priestess or the priestess as Taurus, because that's divine feminine. So there's the priestess, okay. I think this is a shaman deck as well. I just got another, but this is the mother deck. Okay, and we have Justice as the next top card. So, Justice, Priestess. Huh, okay. Well, we got Ma'at here. So, Justice and the Priestess. Good stuff. And then look what fell out. Okay. Emperor and Fool. I mean, I don't really think... Well, Emperor is Aries. But I just don't really think it gets any better than that for Taurus. Very grounded, earth sign. This time of year, right now, that great energy. It's like, you know, that big bull energy emerging. It's a lot. There's a lot of power behind like a flower blossoming or something. You know, we think it's so dainty, but it's very powerful. So, you know, this is a very blossoming energy coming into your authenticity, you know. Full blossom. That's the fool, you know. Full blossom. Haha. Okay, and so, yeah, with the Emperor, it's like, just confirms that, you know. It's like full circle, you know, kind of. You start off as the Fool, and you have an idea. You may not have confirmation, but the Emperor is confirmation of like, yeah, this is who I am. I know who I am. I'm really feeling into it, because you have the High Priestess. You have the Priestess at the bottom. So when we align with our true, authentic energies, okay, we've done healing, all the distortions are gone. We really come into a place of balance, okay, because that's where your heart is. That's your true self. And the Emperor is a master of his energies, kind of like the magician, okay, but this is inner mastery, okay, self-mastery. And, you know, and the people respect him, you know, him or her, you know. It's just this full embodiment of your true, authentic self, mastering your energies, you know, full Emperor. You know, and you if you don't master masculine and feminine, okay, you have the Priestess. That's a very feminine energy. If you don't balance it, you won't have either one. But if you balance it, you'll have both. The divine masculine and divine feminine within, perfect and balanced, no distortions. You're authentic. So you don't have to sacrifice anything. You don't have to sacrifice anything. You know, and everything naturally flows. It looks like, see, things are just naturally flowing to her. And it's like, okay, so she's touching the tree, the water. There's a white elk right here. And they're very, very grounded, very in tune, in touch with everything. The animals, the trees, the water, the earth. Okay, and that's what you are, Taurus. You're the earth. You're all that. And a bag of chips. What? Do we still say that these days? Can we say that still? So that Justice card just goes so well with the Priestess. You know, and then this is like, okay, so Justice is like right now, but it's connected to the ancient past too. You see how she's like conjuring up the ancestors, the ancients, the wisdom of the Divine Mother. So, you know, and this is definitely like divine masculine, okay, with the Emperor. So, you know, and I think you kind of you're just kind of continuing on with that energy from April, because that reading was like you were, you know, like you got over something big, you know, so you're really feeling a big release or relief, you know. So This is kind of really, now you're really coming into full bloom with it. Like when your tea's ready, right? You let it steep. Now you're drinking the tea, right? You might, yeah. Hot tea right now. So I don't think I need any clarity cards. Let's see. Let's pull a Whispers of Love. Okay, let's just see here. There we go. Ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. And that's 14, which reduces to 5. And you can see it's like Poseidon, you know, the god of the ocean, which is kind of like the underworld, the ocean. Okay, the high priestess. And Taurus, you know, it's an earth sign, you know, it's not a water sign. It is an earth sign, but, you know, we all have a certain clair, especially, you know, depending on your chart. So, you know, clairsentience for earth signs is very, you know, I come across that more frequently with earth signs, is their clairsentient. So with the high priestess at the bottom of the deck, and then you have Poseidon right here, you know, with this balance and this full bull energy of just really grounded, feeling yourself, you're, you know, feeling into your power, mastering your energies, your authenticity. You feel like you're coming alive again. You're in full bore bloom. And when, you know, that goes hand in hand with balance. And then what comes in is now your higher gifts. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is kind of, you know, ask for help from your spirit guides, God, source, creator, Jesus, ascended masters, whoever, you know, whatever benevolent beings of the light that you connect with, so that they can help you with these, you know, these other things that may come up in life that aren't, you know, so tangible. They'll help you, they'll help guide you through it to see, you know, the clarity in it of, as far as going forward with whatever it is, as long as it's aligned with your true authentic self. And as long as you ask for help and you're really clear, and then, you know, pay attention to those subtle messages that come in, because they're going to take a little bit more scrutiny, okay? Because it's not like, you know, an ambulance siren going down the street. It's very subtle. It's quiet. It's images. It's certain feelings or memories that come up. So, you know, if something random comes in, jot it down. And then you may see that, you know, a couple weeks later, you'll have a synchronicity and you'll be like, whoa, I just thought that was some random, you know, an orange and purple box came into my head. I don't know, whatever. I don't know why, you know, just in meditation. And so you write it down, and then you'll, you know, something magical might happen there. So it's, sometimes it doesn't always make sense when it's coming in. You know, so that's another thing about asking for help, is asking for clarity and understanding. And, you know, you can ask for a bigger nudge, like, hey, when it comes in, you know, the answers to whatever you're asking the universe, hey, can you kind of give me confirmation signs, nudges to let me know? Because, you know, me, I'm Capricorn, so I'm hard-headed. And my brother's Taurus. He's so, you know, I've been very skeptical and stuff my whole life. And so, you know, when I get confirmation about things that are more like on a psychic level, you know, intuitive, whatever you want to call it, all the clairs, you know, God will kind of have to pummel me a little bit with confirmation and proof and evidence and tangible, like, you know, exhibit A, right? So, you know, maybe it's just asking for help as far as, you know, really feeling solid about what your gifts are. So ask for that. You know, maybe you don't know what your gifts are. You can ask, and you'll get the answers, and then, you know, then you go forth from there, and then it's the next step of, you know, what you're going to do with those gifts. So you find out what your gifts are, you hone them, and now what can you do to give back? Because, you know, we ask for help, but it's back and forth, it's balanced. That Justice card, okay, we have to give and receive. So you know, when you come into these higher gifts, that's when we're more in a place of mastering our own energies, our true authentic self, and we're balanced. Now we can give back. Okay, it's that full circle. The Emperor has a lot to give back, right? He's very rich in resources. So, and if we give from our heart, the Fool card, then these gifts keep coming in for us with the High Priestess, okay? And it just helps to sustain and maintain not just balance, but this connection. Okay, and when we stay connected, we get messages in so many different ways from the animals, you know, our dreams, just all kinds of things. Just in 3D life, amazing synchronicities and all kinds of stuff. So, and I'm not just numbers, I mean like, like if you guys know the book story about me and my twin, that book that I found that was dedicated to a male name, which is the name of my twin, which is a very rare name. Never, okay, so I mean, this is what I mean by me being a Capricorn and being hard-headed and not, you know, having to have that solid confirmation from the universe that, you know, because, and that, you know, skepticism, it's good to have, but don't let it, you know, I just got like, it's good to be skeptical, okay, grounded earth sign, okay, but don't let your skepticism turn into doubt, all right? So, yeah. All right, I think, let's pull one little resonance card here, see what we come up with. The Great Everything. Okay, and that's like, was it the, yeah, it was the Justice card. So, okay, you got the Great Everything. These cards are really shiny, so it's, see how that's connected? That tree, the star, okay, so the earth, this is, you know, justice, a perfect balance. There's no fear there. We don't fear the light, we don't fear the dark. We're perfectly in tune with everything. We have the wisdom of the Divine Mother. Okay, this is the Mother Earth deck. We're not afraid of the abyss, the womb. Okay, we see how it's all interrelated. We discover what's in the darkness so that we can come into our full awareness, and that includes ourself. Okay, how everything's connected. It holds its own energy and vibration, but it's all connected, okay? You're unique, Taurus. You have your own special gift. Whatever is true, authentic you, okay, the Fool card. And it's all connected. So, you know, ask for help from your animal guides, your spirit guides, God, Mother Earth, your star family. Okay, so the Great Everything, I mean, it's wide open for you. I think you're really coming into, yeah, some of your higher gifts right now, which a lot of us are. So, you twin flame star seeds, all, you know, so just remember, ask for help. That's all you need to do is ask. You know, ask and you shall receive. It really, truly is as simple as that. The hardest part of it is clarifying. Actually sitting down, giving yourself some quality time with yourself to figure out, you know, what you want to call in for yourself right now. So, you know, as far as love goes, all you need to do is ask. Because it seems like you're just, that's all you need now. It's like you're really feeling good. Now you want to call some love in. So, I mean, it's like you're right on the brink of that. All you have to do is, it's wide open. You know, the world's your oyster, the great everything, all the energies of Gaia and God, they're all, you know, your star family, the ancients, the ancestors, you know, animal totems, they're just waiting to bring you messages and bring more love into your life. So, and it feels like you're ready for it. Maybe you just need to kind of decide, you know, but then when it comes in, you know, we have to be open, remember. We can't put limitations on God, and God knows what's best. So, you know, when you ask the universe, just be ready to receive it, because they're choosing from infinite possibilities that you aren't even aware of. So trust in the universe, trust in God that they'll bring in for you something better than you could have even imagined for yourself. But you have to have an idea of what you want and be specific. And I don't mean like blue eyes, but that's not what I mean by specific. You know, we're talking about higher levels of consciousness. So really, real, true, authentic, you know, self-empowerment qualities that you want in a partner. Or maybe it's just some friends right now, you know, maybe, you know, had to move somewhere and start over or something, and, you know, you just want a group of girlfriends or boyfriends or a mix or whatever, just to hang out with, just, you know, to feel that love vibe, just to have companionship. So you can have whatever you want right now. All you have to do is ask for it. You're in the perfect position to do it. So I think it's going to turn out good. It looks good. Just trust, have faith, and just know what you want. And you're in the perfect position to know what you want, because you're like mastering your energies. You're authentic. You're balanced. You're in tune with your higher gifts. So it's not going to be a problem. You just need to sit down and maybe just put some time and effort into it, and dedicate that time to yourself and connecting with your spiritual tribe. So, and then bring that down into the 3D, into the 3D, and connect with your real tribe, and maybe some romance. You know, whatever you want right now. It looks good for you, Taurus. So just remember, figure out what it is you want, and then ask for it, and then be wide open to receiving it in the way that the ones who know best will bring it to you, the way that they feel is the best package, so to say. So